enjoy this one. What a remarkable play by the goalkeeper. That's coast to coast like buttered toast.
And he's wide open right there.
Right in. He scores!
What's going on, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the coolest show on skates. It's time for Ice Time. I'm Lauren Gardner, and we have a great episode filled with fun for you hockey fans. Up first, we'll take the ice to recap the past week of NHL action. Then we'll hop online with Hitting the Post to check out the social scene. And later on, we'll have some fun seeing some NHL stars try to spell a goalie's difficult name. With all that and more the rest of the way, we don't have a second more to wait. Lace up those skates. It's time to take the ice.
Now it's Harley with a shot save. Rebound, score! Matt Duchene came right to him. Power play goal. It's the 800th point of his NHL career.
Pastrnak scores on a long pass. That's a milestone goal for David Pastrnak. 700 points.
Crosby for Rakell, swings it to the net and scores! Sidney Crosby now the 9th player in NHL history with 1,000 points at even strength. 9 ever.
Golden Knights were looking for redemption tonight, and they find it. A 6-2 rout of the Leafs in Toronto, and they pick up their 300th all-time regular season win.
Congrats to the Golden Knights for being the fastest franchise to 300 wins. Now that we're caught up on recent news, let's hit the post to see what hockey social media has to offer. Ping pong on ice? Okay, I guess that's a thing. What's next? Tennis, skateboarding, ice polo? Aiden Hutchinson is a defensive end for the Detroit Lions, but he might have scored himself a new job as Red Wings hype man with this performance. All March here on Ice Time, we'll be celebrating Women's History Month by showcasing memorable moments from the PWHL's inaugural season. Let's take a look at the first shutout in PWHL history.
29 saves by Schroeder. Maggie Connors, she gets by Spooner. Shoots, save by Schroeder. She's a rare combination. She's got size, athleticism, she's technical, and she's quick. The kind of goaltender that you build a team around. Rock tees it up right in front of the net. Schroeder still stops Toronto's hopes. I am staying for this moment. The very first PWHL regular season winner.
Now, one of the stars of the PWHL many hockey fans know is Toronto forward Sarah Nurse. As a Wisconsin Badger and Olympic gold medalist with Team Canada, Sarah has many memorable moments on the ice. Here's Breaking the Ice, featuring a player all young skaters should look up to.
All right, first question. If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
If I could have any superpower, I would choose to be able to teleport from place to place so that I could be in Colorado and then be in Toronto within a second.
We all love a good prank. What's the best prank from a teammate that you've seen?
The best prank from teammates that I've seen is putting a water cup under somebody's helmet so that when they take it off of the top of their skull, they get splashed in the face with water.
Which hockey player or maybe athlete in general did you look up to for inspiration as a kid?
Growing up, I definitely looked up to my Aunt Rox. She played basketball at Syracuse University. She was absolutely an incredible athlete. And then from the NHL, I also looked up to Jarome Iginla. He was such an incredible black hockey player, and so he's somebody that I definitely identified with.
You know I'm gonna ask this one. Did you ever play on a team with your cousin Darnell?
I never played on a team with my cousin Darnell. We actually lined up against each other. We played against each other when we were very small, but I do remember playing so many sports with him growing up. We were on the same soccer team. We played basketball together, and so we definitely had enough competing against one another.
Before we go to break, do you see what I see? Find out the answer to this puzzle when Ice Time returns. Welcome back to the show, everyone. You're watching Ice Time. Before the break, we asked you to solve this puzzle.
Matthews shoots, scores! Number 50 for Austin Matthews in his backyard. Team-point streak. Matthews scores!
That's a pass from Kucherov that gets to point, and that's Kucherov's 100th point of the season already. Phenomenal.
Nikita Kucherov! It's a lightning strike!
Nikita Kucherov's path to 100 points has been as quick as lightning, pun intended. Here's Hot Streaks with a closer look at his fast journey to the century mark.
How about what Nikita Kucherov is doing?
Nikita Kucherov!
On cue, red hot. Kucherov makes it 1-0 Tampa.
The league's leading scorer has a three-point night.
I don't even know how to talk about Nikita Kucherov elevating his game even further.
Nikita Kucherov ties the game.
He ain't gonna back down from anybody.
When you're a goal scorer, Nikita Kucherov found the hole.
It's Kucherov again.
He's a fun player to watch. In fact, he's 30. Not old, but old enough to be raising eyebrows at the kind of number that he's putting up. It's really fun to watch.
Nikita Kucherov, what a goal! And the Lightning retake the lead.
Star players make great plays. They just find a way.
That's a pass from Kucherov that gets to point, and that's Kucherov's 100th point of the season already. Phenomenal.
He's the first player to eclipse the century mark in points this season. It's unbelievable.
100 points for the fourth time in his career.
Nikita Kucherov's goaltender, Andrei Vasilevsky, has a notoriously tricky last name to spell. Trust me, even us experts here at NHL Network have a tough time remembering all the right letters and in the right order, of course. So since we know that spelling Vasilevsky is a tough task, we wanted to challenge the guys who try to score goals on the Big Cat. Here's some NHL stars with this week's edition of the Ice Time Spelling Bee.
Wow. This is gonna be good. Oh, yeah, I heard about this. So ready, whenever?
Saved by Vasilevsky. Oh, what a stop. Vasilevsky again.
Andrei Vasilevsky. Andrei Vasilevsky. D. D?
B. Answer B.
Oh, B.
D.
This is hard. I feel like it could be all of them. I'm gonna go A.
Andrei Vasilevsky, and I'm gonna go with D.
D. I'm going with D.
I'm gonna say B.
Andrei Vasilevsky, B.
I'm gonna go C. Guessing.
Andrei Vasilevsky, C.
Andrei Vasilevsky, I think it is C.
Andrei Vasilevsky, I think it's C.
C. I know Vasi too good, you know.
You spelled Andre all the same. I might have spelled that wrong too. I believe that the answer to this is C. Vasilevsky. Got it?
Andrei Vasilevsky has led his team to multiple Stanley Cup victories and cemented himself as one of the best goalies in the league. This next player only has one Stanley Cup under his belt, but he's known as the Great Eight. It's Alex Ovechkin, of course. Now, most hockey fans know his nickname, but do you know how to spell Ovi's last name? Get those thinking helmets out because here's a double dose of the spelling bee.
Ovechkin thunders. He scores! Alex Ovechkin.
Something that the Caps haven't found a whole lot of from Ovechkin this season.
Score! Goals in 3 straight for the Great Eight.
A goal for the 4th straight game.
And it's a 5-game goal streak for Alex Ovechkin. Ovechkin one time. He scores! Ovechkin, 6 straight games with a goal. It's the 5th time in his incredible career.
Alexander Ovechkin is a name that will be remembered forever in the world of hockey, and now you know the correct spelling. To be like the Great Eight, players must practice on the daily and make sure that they're getting the right nutrition. We asked NHL stars a crucial food-based question in an additional edition of Breaking the Ice. Fruits or vegetables?
Both good. I'll go fruit. Fruit.
Fruit.
Fruit. Fruit. Fruit. Fruit. Fruit. Fruit. Fruit. Fruit. Fruit. Fruit.
Fruit. Fruit. I'd say fruit. Sweeter.
Fruit. Fruit.
Fruit. Fruit. Fruits. Fruits. Fruit. 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 Vegetables.
Before we go to break, get ready for Skater Gories. Do you know any players whose names begin with the letter B? We'll show you our answers when Ice Time returns, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the show, everyone. You're watching Ice Time. Before the break, we asked you to think of NHL last names that start with the letter B. Here's our answers. Do you have any different ones? We're midway through the show, so let's take a look at what we'll be saying the rest of the way. We'll take a look at Patrick Kane's incredible return to Chicago. Then we'll feature some fun from fans in the stands across the NHL. And later on, we'll get the goalie action going with the Weeksy Windmill. Now we know Patrick Kane has been great on his new team, but here's a peek at the past with Showtime in Chicago.
Patrick Kane, when he touches the puck, all eyes are on him because you know something's going to happen.
Patrick Kane has scored the goal.
Patrick has that ability to lift you out of your seat with his offensive talent.
And here comes Kane.
He's dangerous every time he steps on the ice, every time he touches a puck.
He's got those magical hands, and he's got that vision. He certainly makes it look easy, but I can tell you, it's hard to do what he does.
Patrick Kane will go down as the best American-born player in the history of the NHL.
Patrick Kane's Hall of Fame career began in Chicago and his return to play against his former team on February 25th. It was a very memorable night for multiple reasons, so let's review what happened in the Windy City.
Hockey Hall of Famer and Chicago's very own Chris Chelios.
I couldn't be more proud to represent you, the Chicago Blackhawks, the city of Chicago, as one of your own. That jersey looks kind of funny, Kane. A big row on you.
Patrick Kane makes an emotional and much anticipated return.
Wide open, top center ice. It's Patrick Kane in Chicago.
Oh my God!
With the overtime winner.
Fans of both teams were happy to see that goal, even if it meant a loss for the Blackhawks. The crowd at hockey games is what makes the atmosphere amazing. So we wanted to take some time to shout out those fans in the stands. DJ, turn it up.
Get up, because we all fall down. Get up, you can do nothing on the ground. Get up, you've come to fight a turnaround. Get up and don't let nothing hold you down. Get up, it's time to make a move. You just gotta get up. You gotta get up. You gotta get up, because we all fall down. Get up, you can't do nothing on the ground. Get
From dancing fans to a breakdown of fan-submitted footage, here's Chill Skills with Devin Dubnyk.
Hi everyone and welcome to Chill Skills. I'm Devin Dubnyk. Today we have a few great videos sent in from fans of Ice Time. Up first is Ryder with some amazing stick handling on the rush. He makes not one, but 2 dangles past the defenders before scoring on a nice shot. Let's have a look. He's got his head up the whole way. 1 move, 2 moves, 3 moves, and then a perfect low glove shot past the goalie. The thing I love about this here, he gets the speed going down the side, which makes the defender come at him, and then he cuts back, not once, but twice, his head up the whole time, and he makes a perfect shot right under the goalie's glove. Now here's Sean with some practice in the driveway. You'll see Sean take his time to aim his wrist shot accurately. Remember, everyone, it's not just the time on the ice that pays off. Let's check it out. You can see him, he's got the nice passing mechanism here, passes it off, gets it on the toe, puts it right in the top corner. It's so good to practice this off the ice. It's gonna help your shot big time, and a very important part of this is making sure that you're hitting the net every time. I always tell my kids that I coach, it doesn't help if you make great shots if they don't hit the net. There's 0 pucks that go in that you shoot wide. So when you're practicing this stuff, just like Sean here, make sure you're hitting the net. Now, of course, we had to throw in a goalie clip, right? Here's Jaden with a great save. He did a great job moving with the pass. So let's pay close attention to his skates. As the pass comes across here, the thing I love the most is this double shuffle. 1, 2, and he gets his body nice and square to the shot here. And not only that, watch him get his glove down. So instead of it being a rebound, there's a player right here. So if he doesn't get his glove down on this shot and catch it, that's going right to that player. So he does a great job, 2 real good pushes, gets his body squared up, watches the puck right into his glove, and saves the goal by having no rebound. Great job there. That's all we have for Chill Skills. If you want to be on a future episode with a parent or guardian's permission, post your skills to social media with the hashtag #IceTime@NHL Network. I'm Devin Dubnyk. We'll see you next time on Chill Skills. Lauren, back to you.
Before we go to break, here's a bit of trivia. Do you know who scored the first goalie goal in NHL history? Find out the answer after the break. Welcome back to the show. You're watching Ice Time. Before we went to break, we asked you this bit of trivia. Do you know who scored the first goalie goal in NHL history? The answer is Billy Smith. He's credited to the first goalie goal due to an own goal on November 28th of 1979.
Ullmark is gonna try it, and he scores! Linus Ullmark, an empty net goal!
Vancouver uses the middle of the offensive blue line for a redirect. That's got to go to one corner to the other. You can't allow the goaltender to get it. Chances are he's going to get that puck out of the defensive zone. There's spectacular play by Linus Ullmark. Makes huge saves down the stretch, and then he gives you a 2-goal lead.
Here it is, tipped in by Roberts to stop, get his feet ready. And that turn over hand, turn your hand over like most goalies use now.
And that was a clean one into the middle of the net. The first Bruin goalie to ever accomplish that feat as he makes it 3-1.
Linus Ullmark makes up half of the goalie pair in Boston with Jeremy Swayman on the other side. It's difficult for opposing teams to score many goals on a nightly basis when 2 great netminders team up. But what happens when 2 terrific tendies face off? Here's a special edition of the Weeksy Windmill featuring prime performances in low-scoring games.
It'll be Samuel Ersson. Ilya Sorokin makes his 2nd straight start.
He has a big shot, but he'll deliver it. And Horvat's shot fought off up high by Ersson.
Picked up by Atkinson. Cam Atkinson and tied in a kick save by Sorokin.
The Flyers will go to a shootout. Slows down, and Ersson rejects that shot. Swerves in from the right wing. And a save by Ersson again. Goes straight on in. Save Ersson. 0 for 2 this year. Cuts on in. Deeks and never got a shot off as Ersson slid across. 1-0 your final as the Flyers finally win on Long Island.
goaltending matchup. Jonathan Quick, Tristan Jarry. And a giveaway to Malkin, and a save by Quick. Quick ready off the turnover.
Blake Wheeler over the line. A snapper is handled by Jarry. The rebound comes free, and it's kept out by the right leg of Jarry, who covers.
Quick plays it away from Gensel. Gensel chases down. Malkin finds Crosby. Save by Quick. One more beauty for Jonathan Quick. 1-0. What a performance by Jonathan Quick and the New York Rangers.
Pyotr Kochetkov gets the start. Meanwhile, Vitek Vanacek is going to get the nod for Lindy Ruff's New Jersey Devils. Now Martinook sprung. Martinook, on Vanacek. He gets the shot through, and Vanacek makes the save. Toffoli from Hughes now coming in. Toffoli shot and a save. Kochetkov. That is so good. Hughes turning it up. Hughes across for Toffoli. Kochetkov again. 2 sterling saves from Kochetkov.
I loved him tonight. I mean, he was outstanding. He stole the game for Carolina.
Pyotr Kochetkov tonight against the Florida Panthers. He'll go up against Sergei Bobrovsky. This into the Kings. Over will come free, and a shot gets through, and Cousins drives stopped by Kochetkov. Opportunity there. Now behind the net, set up Kachuk, sets up Bennett, and Kochetkov with another save. Bunting drops back. Nate just works his way through, and it doesn't get through.
What a save.
Not out. Stenlund with it. Stenlund shot. Kick save and a beauty. Kochetkov. What a win for Carolina.
It's time to get those thinking helmets out again, because here's Guess Who, featuring a player we saw earlier this episode. Let's see if you fans can figure this one out.
Marner in front, and he was looking for 34 again. Back it comes to Liljegren. Shoots, scores! Number 50 in his backyard. Nylander long look, Marner in front, and he was looking for 34 again. Back it comes to Liljegren. Shoots, scores! Number 50 in his backyard.
That's all we have for today's episode. We hope you had fun and learned a thing or two along the way. We'll leave you with more action from this past week in overtime. I'm Lauren Gardner, and we'll see you next time on Ice Time.
To the backhand. He scores!
I'm shoveling snow. Zach Hyman is shoveling home goals.
Sidney Crosby get it